Welcome back to the Corona Open J-Bay. Beautiful afternoon here on the Eastern Cape. And some pretty clean conditions for the competitors in this dreaded elimination round. Cue the haunted music, the scary music here. No one wants to fall out of the mix this early on. It's such a great location.
You know, it takes a while to find yourself within that body, that frame that you've grown.
Well, let's see what Bianca can do here. Former world number 4 on the championship tour isn't going to make the most of that opening section. But a really big conversation can unfold here, Barton, about this Rookie of the Year race, because these two can relegate each other to that 17th spot, which will obviously see one of them fall a little further down the board. But here we go. Macy up at the moment. Whipping away out of the lip. This wave has a good pace to it. And Macy lining up for something big on the inside here. Has a good front side arc she can go to. Lays that board over. Getting the turns done, but just didn't have the spark and speed and energy to...
A little bit off 100%. And at this level on this tour, you've got to be going at 100% all the time. As we look at this replay, drives down, nice carve out of the top. Another little short turn there and starts highlining it to build the speed. Drops into the section, wraps it around. And here it is, another angle you can see. And it's that push in the back foot. And that was a really nice turn there, that one. A great technique. And that powering from the back foot is something I think would be, look, in this turn as well.
Really opened the wave up nicely. Had the energy and the spark, but it kind of faded away as the wave flattened out on the inside. Close to landing the best air that we saw in that contest, but doing very well. Pedersen, Crisanto. Brisa Hennessey looking to get things started here, Barton.
Yeah, this is the wave during the interview. Nice first snap into another beautiful snap. Driving off the bottom, out of the top there. And look at this lovely tempo to this wave. Into the closeout turn, goes for the revert.
Get more scored on the board and keep the focus.
Well, in that heat, those two guys were fellow countrymen. So, you know, what's the approach when you're coming up against people that you've probably grown up with and surfed a lot against?
Yeah, we've been surfing since I was grown. So, yeah, Willie and Jadson, those guys ripping. Jadson had such a good result in Australian and the KS events.
Manufacture a great score on an average wave when there's just beautiful, perfect ones outside. You've got to be on the good ones.
Just under 18 minutes to go here. Brisa Hennessey leading this heat at the moment. And she is banking away at a couple of turns on the inside here. A really nice finish there. I think clearly demonstrated she was well and truly in control, now just dealing with that shelf on the inside. Paddling with the fingertips.
Yeah. Here's the replay. Couple of little pumps into a floater. Drives around this section, hits the lip and snaps it, and then into this last one. And that back end of that ride, the way those 3 turns came together, the float into this turn, snaps out of the top, straight into the next turn. Sometimes that's the type of surfing that the judges really do like. We spoke to Geordie a little earlier about moving there and the advantages of surfing such consistent and such a varied type of waves as we see Macy Callaghan.
Well, Brisa Hennessey had a 5. Prior to that, Macy and Brisa were all locked up in a tie in the number 1 and 2 spots. Macy on her way to a better number here, finding her flow.
Perfect taper to the wall and just provided so much opportunity. Here's Macy. Biding her time, waiting for it to stand up. Little snap to cut back and a catch of rail there. And this wave obviously going a lot slower because there's a lot of time, but not much steep wall to do anything too critical on. Nice aggressive cutback into the closeout floater re-entry.
And Bianca's going to get an opportunity now on the backhand. Driving up over the foam. Little caught up there, but looking super intent on backing a solid score here. And Bianca's an interesting story, isn't she, Barton? Because she's so capable of competing at this level.
Well, she is right here. Drives out of the bottom into a snap out of the top and a little flatted snap there. And I find that on the backhand, we've seen it a little bit today. Oh, and a nice little foam climb into the white water there and then lines up the last turn. Down the inside, just keeps teeing off on this one.
Seen goofy footers go all the way through to the final here in the past. Haven't had too many goofy footed victories. As we see Brisa up once again, trying to dispose of 3.83. Pretty solid sequence of turns there. I think she's going to do it.
And a 5.77 for Bianca, so the best wave of the heat so far.
Here we go. Brisa had a decent ride just moments ago.
Floats off that section, comes around, hits the lip behind the section, and then climbs awfully low.
We used to call the 33rd something else. It is no points. It is basically a throwaway. So this is a very high pressure round of heats, you know, the elimination round. It says it right there in the round, the name.
Exactly, yeah. And on the women's side, it's the 17th that you take home. Same deal. When you look at the points that are awarded.
This next priority wave is converted into that second good score.
Here we go, Brisa Hennessey up. She's trying to get rid of a 4.73. Has shaken off her performance from that seeding round, come into the elimination round looking a lot more confident, and now just starting to find a groove here. Committed to finishing each of her waves off, and as a result has turned in some reasonable numbers and gotten the lead here.
As we see it on the replay, that one just a conservative hit of the lip. This one really pushes it out, gives it everything. And again, a great combination of two turns there into the lip, comes around and gives this last one a little bit. What is that? That's two backhand turns, most probably, you would think. So it's not going to take a lot. She's made a decision. She's going to have a go.
Well, Macy just banked a 5.97, so the requirement getting pushed a little higher here for Bianca. She needs a 4.78 now out of this ride. Has a nice flow rolling down the line here. Good sequence of turns and a clean finish from the front on angle. The judge's perspective, that last turn's going to look a lot more dynamic. I don't think we got to see just how vertical that move was. So it's becoming a bit of a battle for second place here, but well, with that 5.77 from earlier on, Bianca might make the jump up into the lead.
There's a nice big backhand re-entry in the middle there. The first one was a little flat, but down the end here, she's getting vertical, getting a lot of board above the lip. That one was that little bit flatter, and this one straight up. It's a smaller wave though, Ronnie. It's not really a priority wave when you look at the size of it, and my mind's going back to the 3.83s and trying to imagine how much better that wave is.
She's not banking on that last ride. She's looking at something else here. So she'll have another shot at putting a big number up. Won't have a lot of room to move here, so goes extra hard at that wall and goes down as a result. And it looks like this one's going to come to a close with Bianca left chasing that 4.78. She got so close, but it is the rookies progressing through to the third round. We've got one more elimination heat to come. Don't miss it. It's a big one.